Go on then, and we'll.
Okay, so they Connecticut General figured after payment of taxes, there would be something like $3 or $4 million available if these sales were handled correctly. If we didn't press deals and got a full price, it could be much more than that. So this lawyer said, for God's sake, let's have a separation, not a divorce. So I went over and picked up the phone at Mother's house and picked up the phone and made an appointment for her to see this lawyer the next morning. And Betty and Julie were going with him. His name was Campbell Thorne, incidentally, and a very brilliant lawyer. And so I said, Campbell, I apologize for calling you at 12:30. And he'd given me his card and said, oh, don't worry about that, call me anytime. And he said, that's fine. And he looked at his appointment book and he said, what about 10 o'clock tomorrow? So I said, fine. I went back to Betty and Julie and Mother and said, you got this appointment at 2 o'clock. Now go over there and he's going to tell you the difference between an appointment, a separation and a divorce. Or if you go into a divorce, you've got to have a agreement, a contract that everything in your will apply as it applies to the three families, the Fritz Pfeiffer and Betty's, the Julie's family, and me. And so they went. I went home, and they went home. And the next morning, I tried to get them on the phone, and they wouldn't answer. So they said, I kept calling them, and finally I got hold of Julie, and she said, oh, we had a very good appointment, but she said, your Campbell Thorne we didn't go to. Fritz has got a much better attorney. And so she said, this attorney isn't going to fool with those things like separation, it's just going to be a divorce. So I screamed and yelled at Julie over the phone, and she slammed the phone down in my face. About a few minutes later, I finally got Betty on the phone, and she slammed the phone down in my face. So as a result, Mother got a divorce. Daddy wasn't particularly crazy about Peggy, but he married Peggy, and Peggy got all the money. And we had no, and I had planned, I had a house in Coconut Grove with my several thousand books. It was a cute house, only across the street from a park. It was small, but I had planned to take the first money I got from Daddy to remodel the house and put in a new kitchen and baths and a big den where I could have my 1,000 or so books. Of course, all of those empty. And I wanted to leave Orlando anyway, so I did and moved up here. And I've got all the hot proof here in what I did in Miami and how I did it, and all the organization of the things about the brands and so forth.
So I'm going to